I'm voting Republican. I'm voting Republican because I love the legacy of elective mass murder our country has pursued since our government finished conquering the native peoples at the turn of the 20th century. I'm voting Republican because I want a legacy of $10 trillion in debt passed on to a future generation of Democrats who will have to raise taxes and engage in fiscal restraint, which my future generations of rush douchebags will piss on. I'm voting Republican because I do not spend all of my time thinking about sexual perversions, and when my friends are caught with male escorts and zoo chimps, I blame their parents for abusing them. I'm voting Republican because I want no birth control methods available to women because they need to stay home. And a woman who doesn't stay home and votes Republican is committing treason. And I know the only specific death penalty in the Constitution is for treason. I'm voting Republican because I believe that humane treatment of prisoners is a tradition which goes back to General George Washington, who knew that when you mistreat and kill your enemy POWs, you make more enemies. So we should know who's weak for democracy. I'm voting Republican because I know that Republicans have been fighting for Iraq's oil for nearly a generation. I'm voted Republican because I believe criminals should be treated harshly unless they're rich and well-connected and one of the select few who managed to be elected president somehow and commit mass murder on the useless members of a society we don't give a fuck about. I'm voting Republican because I want experienced men running my country, unless they happen to be Al Gore or John Kerry, and I support rich children of privilege whose only motive for seeking public office is to use it as a platform to reach the presidency. I'm voting Republican because I believe that the 43 million Americans who have no health insurance are victims of their own laziness because they do not get jobs that pay well enough to give them health insurance. Therefore, it is their own fault that they are being rationed health care. I'm voting Republican because I believe in minority rights in Muslim countries. We removed the secular head of the government in Iraq so the religious minorities could exercise their right to kill each other, instead of us having to do all of it. Voting Republican because, unlike pornography, conservative talk radio and television are crammed down our throats 24 hours a day. It is a triumph of the marketplace if you happen to be a member of the Billionaire Boys Club, such as that Australian guy. The dead fairness doctrine. Ha ha ha! Programming in the public interest. What a fucking joke. I'm voting Republican because I've never heard an Iraqi casualty figure in 18 years of warfare with Iraq, and I don't want to because it's definitely un-American propaganda. I'm voting Republican because I don't believe in an activist Supreme Court unless they help to secure the victory of my candidate with a minority of the popular vote. I'm voting Republican because I hate the government does not provide me with a good job, health care, low taxes, and everything else that society should. Therefore, it should be abolished, except for the parts that have killed millions of brown people in my lifetime. And I'm willing to pay for any portion of those parts, well, other than paying taxes, which anyone can be elected for anything as long as they promise to lower my taxes. Yes, the US of A has the most effective fighting force on the planet because we haven't gone up against the Chinese since the Korean War. And we remember that glorious victory of Republican President General Dwight David Eisenhower over that weakling Truman. Of course, we will be able to destroy the Chinese army. I mean, it only outnumbers us by 10, 12 to 1.